Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar, Aloevain. Alright, so we're back for some more Ravenloft quests. So currently I'm in the Blue Water Inn. If you're not sure how to get there, step out of the door here. There's a couple of ways. One, of course, you can run all the way here. However, from the other tavern, the initial tavern there from the previous videos, in there is a guide that will be able to teleport you. So all the way from here at the Blood on the Vine Tavern, there's a guide inside who has a port to the Blue Water Inn, which is where we're at right now. So once here, so here's our guide as an example. Once here, we're going to want to talk to this gentleman right here. And he's going to tell us where to go. So the quest we're looking for is Oath of Vengeance. Now this quest here is Argensvold. So we're going to teleport right there. Honestly, the guides in this area are super handy for getting around. So definitely make use of them. Otherwise, you know, it's a long run. So for example, we went from there to there instantly. There's a few other locations that we're going to be going back to, and it's just so handy. Anyway, so we're picking up the quest, and we're going to jump right into it. Okay. So first things first, I am going to summon a hireling, just in case of. Alright, so the path that I take for this, I find is the most direct method. There are a couple of optionals in here, but it's not really worth the time to go and search them out. I will show you how to do a couple of them though. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is head up the stairs and to the left, going through the door right ahead of us. Now, once we get to the end of the hall, as you see the gate right there, it will close on us once we go through and walk towards one of these doors. So there it locks us in, and it brings up the enemies to fight. So with the turret in the door, it does kind of make it super easy. And once this group is done, the gate will go up. However, once we approach that door, same thing, it's going to close the gate and lock us in here. So I'm just going to make sure no one else is here. And do the same thing. Though I think that one was a little too far forward. Alright, so once everyone is dead, we're going to want to make sure we pull these levers. So it'll light that room. As you can see, there are 2 more spots. So we're going to want to light all 3 of those. So we got 2 more to find, though they're both on the bottom level. So we're going to head back to the stairs that we originally came from. If you have D-Door, obviously make use of that. It'll port you right back to the start. Alright, so now this time, we're going to want to head down the stairs, off to the left here. So for this one here, again, we're going to want to head straight ahead.
Something crouched behind the barrels in this storage room.
So on the left-hand side here, once we enter, or the, that would be the western wall, there's a hidden door that we can head through. And then we're going to want to head north. Once we get to the end, there is a door heading east. And a second door. On the other side of this door is the room that we need to be on. But like the others, there are some enemies inside, so just watch yourself. Alright, so there's our second one. So from here we can actually backtrack a little bit. So this note here, this is one of the optionals. There are 3 of them total. If you find them and, you know, interact with them, it will give you an optional. They are kind of annoying to find, and again, not really worth it. About 700 experience total, with, you know, all the extras that you could get. I mean, it's a little more, but still overly not worth it. Alright, so once you pull that lever, again, you can use the dimension door to take you back to the start. From the start, you want to head down the stairs, make that left. This time, though, we're going to make the immediate right. So we're kind of along this path, and then we're going to make a right again. So we're at this door here. Alright, so now here's for another one of the little extras. So with these relay mirrors, if we actually angle this one to head south, and kind of follow where the beam would be coming from, which is the eastern side, this room here, this path will actually lead it to another chest here for you. I won't be going down that path, but it's super simple. Just follow the path where the light would be. As you can see, there's nothing this way, so this clearly wasn't the direction. And if you just follow the path of light, it'll lead you right to where the chest would be. Alright, so this room here has a couple of shrines. Right above us is actually going to be our lever, so we're going to need to head upstairs. At the top, again, a bunch more of these phantasmal archers. And I hate these guys. Honestly, I just hate a lot of other archers in general. I think it might be a professional jealousy type deal. There can only be one. Alright. And anyway, we're going to pull that. That'll be our third lever. Now that we have all 3, we need to head back to the start again. So again, detour if you got it. Save yourself that time. Unfortunately, I gotta run. Alright. So now that we got all 3, we're gonna head up the stairs. This time making a right. and then an immediate right. So here's those 3 gems that we unlocked, and we can actually head up the stairs there. Until the point that it does have a gate across the front and it doesn't let you through. Alright, this section, you can go the long way around, which is to head straight, make some lefts, or if you have search, you can actually make an immediate left heading north, and head right through the secret door.
Slumped in the throne is a gaunt, armored
In here, it's going to be a little bit of a fight.
It says simply,
So the fight starts once you talk to the guy sitting in the chair. And basically he doesn't want to risk the fight. They're trapped here eternally. He doesn't want to risk his people, like risk giving them hope. Once he's defeated, it instant gives you the key. So we're gonna head back to the start.
on the key is the name Argynvost.
From the start, we're gonna head down the left-hand path here, down the stairs again. We're gonna make that immediate right, that other right, and basically take us back to where the mirrors were. So now this is where you're going to want to set up the mirrors. So the direction that you need to have it go is this way to this crystal here. But again, if you turn it so that it's going west instead, it will lead you to an extra optional chest. No name loot on that chest, but it's there. Alright, so from here, we're going to want to head in.
Tucked behind the mansion is a
And
large
again,
sculpted cemetery.
turn our mirror.
An impressive mausoleum stands
Set us lined up with those 2. Now here in the graveyard there is a spawn. It's just random enemies, but just be aware that they're there, as it can get to be annoying. Alright, so this one we also have to turn. This one turns by
Carved in the marble
using the
above the
lever
outer
though.
gate is the name Argynvost.
So each time you pull the lever, it'll turn it one direction. Though you only need to actually pull it once to have it lined up. From there, we're going to open our gate. This is what that key is used for.
Use the silver key you found on the commander.
And
The outer
lastly,
gate to
we just got to
Argynvost
use the
is
mausoleum
the
door.
Place Argynvost's
And that'll
skull
send
inside
off
the
our
mausoleum, and a
beam of
brilliant
light.
fills the room.
Now, for those who haven't encountered this type of beam before, do not walk directly into it, as it can instant kill you or just cause a lot of damage. So it doesn't always happen immediately. See, we walk through, but if I was to linger in that beam, or even sometimes if I'm running through it, I might just get hit by it. So it's better to just avoid it as best as possible. From here, it's going to open up our door heading south. Just head south and then head up the tower. And through the door. On the other side of this door, there's going to be a group of bats that kind of right there. Bats just suck. Once they are eliminated, you're going to want to head through the door. And we have another door here. Now, on the other side of this door, we are going to have some harpies that are flying in the air. I recommend fighting in the tunnel here. That way, if they are coming at you, they gotta kind of fly down to melee range. They like casting that soothing song as well, which makes it so that you can't attack. And at least backing up will give you a little bit extra wiggle room. Alright.
Your eye is drawn to the impressive
Once they are
beacon that
dead,
dominates
we
the
have a puzzle.
Suddenly, talon
Now,
creatures
one
fly
thing to
out from
point out
behind it, swooping
is
down on
you
their
want to
prey.
make sure that the puzzle is lined up so that it goes to the chest as well. Though it looks like you can't interact with that block anymore. Good to know. And of course, avoiding these two jets on the floor. So I like to solve backwards. That way I can solve the puzzle without actually having the risk of accidentally turning on one of these jets. And there we go. Once the puzzle's completed, quest is done, go ahead and grab your loot. Now this end chest can have named loot, obviously aside from just the standard Barovian type weapons. So we're going to do some rerolls, so you forget. So yeah, we got this one here. Kind of a summoning one. But yeah, so obviously if you're wanting to find specific gear, there is a nice quiver that comes out of this quest, though I recommend for the quiver itself to go for the epic version, as the epic version makes all your arrows and projectile, like arrows and bolts, into blunt type damage on top of your piercing as well. From here, recall out, talk to the quest giver to get your reward, and then you can recall again back to the tavern, where we'll pick up for our next quest in the next video. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one all.